Hey you guys, good afternoon everyone. So I just received this box. I did a video yesterday where I talked about two fragrances that I added to my collection that I purchased from Macy's. So I promised you guys that I would do a video on the other fragrance that I was expecting. So it has since been delivered to my home. So I'm going to go ahead and do the unboxing with you. You guys, I'm so excited. I'm very happy. This is one that I've been wanting to add to my collection. I just feel so good that I'm able to add these fragrances. Perfume is not cheap. It's not a cheap hobby. I would definitely recommend that if you love perfume like I do, to really, you know, um, I do apologize for the shakiness there. Do try to, budget as much as you can so that you're able to get the fragrances that you want. And also, I think it's important to be to have intentions when you're purchasing fragrances. My collection, you guys have heard me say this, my collection is very extensive. You don't you don't need to have a collection that is as extensive as mine. I will be doing a video at some point where I will show all the fragrances that I have. But I wish in the past that I was more that I had an actual intent when I was making fragrance purchases instead of just buying. I was always very keen about certain notes and what I liked and whatnot. But there's some fragrances in my collection that I have since used up that I won't purchase again. Because I just won't. They're just one time use and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that as well. Because I think we're always maturing and our senses are always maturing as well. So you might like something today and and change, your feelings may change about it in the near future, and there's nothing wrong with that. I remember years ago, I couldn't stand Chanel number 5. I don't know, there was just something in it. I just couldn't stand the aldehydic note that was in it, the powdery note that was in it. And then one day I went to Sephora, I smelled it, and I just fell in love with it. So, the same way it took, you know, 18 years for you to become 18, these things do take time. It takes time for your palate to grow and for you to become accustomed or fall in love with a particular fragrance or a certain fragrance note. So I just wanted to make that statement because I certainly don't mean to boast. I feel very blessed for all the things I do have. I just want to comfort. I want to comfort those of you who may not have as much as I have to know that this is not a race, right? This is not a race. This is not a competition. Go at your own pace. If perfumes are not something that you're into, that's fine. You can still watch and be entertained, but you don't have to engage. You don't have to engage if this is something that you're not, truly interested in or you're not passionate about. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't want anyone to feel pressured because of social media or because of, any other media outlet where you feel like just because somebody's doing something, you also have to engage in it as well. Always be authentic to yourself and do what's right for you. Okay, so I just wanted to make that point. Because I have been on the other end where I didn't have as much as someone else, and I did feel less, or I did feel like I was lacking. But I want to let you know that you're not lacking in your life because you don't have material things. I lost my father in October, and when he passed away, he didn't take any of the things that he owned with him. So just wanted to make that note. It's okay to have less. It's okay to live with less. I have done it. I don't have everything, that my heart desires, but you know, I think humility is what we all need. That's what really measures who you are as a person, not the material things that you own. So I did want to make that point. So let's go ahead. I want to go ahead and unbox this for you guys and show you guys what I got. So I went ahead and got this, you guys. This is the Flower Bomb Ruby Orchid. And I was really you know, struggling, well, not maybe struggling, but just really fighting with myself a little bit about this one, because I went to Sephora and I smelled it. That's the first place where I smelled it, at Sephora. I also smelled it, sampled it at Macy's. But I don't know, there's something in here, because I just kept going back and forth with it. And eventually I just decided, you know, to go ahead and get it, because I figured if I'm tussling so much back and forth, you know, there must be something in here that I enjoy. So I wanted it. Really badly. So I went ahead and made the purchase. So this one here, again, you guys know I like big bottles. This is the biggest size, so this is the 3.4. Now I've watched a lot of you know, YouTubers talk about this fragrance and how they were a little they weren't really moved about it. You know, a lot of people thought it was a little under, what's the word I'm looking for? Not so impressed, or the fragrance was, you know, underestimated, or it wasn't what they assumed or they wanted, whatever. You know, I'm looking for the word, but I can't find it as of right now. But I just kept smelling it, and I think it's a very feminine, very pretty scent. And so for me, you know, I finally pulled the trigger and I decided to get it. Let me just smell this for a minute. Because I think the issue is, you guys, especially in the fragrance community, is I think that this is gorgeous. I think that there's a certain theme. There's a certain theme, if you will, that fragrances have to be, you know, always heavy hitters, or they, you know, the sillage and the projection always has to be so bold. I like fragrances like this. You know, I'm not bold every day. I don't wake up every day with a sword in my hand ready to fight the world. You know, there are some days where I just want to be, you know, I want to be feminine. I want to be, you know, a woman. I want to be ladylike. I don't need to fight my way through the day. So this fragrance is something that I really, I'm covering this so you guys can't see my face. This fragrance is something that really, I liked when I initially sprayed it when I was at the store. So I just felt the need to go ahead and add it to my collection. I don't know, for some reason it does feel small in my hand. I'm wondering if this is a 3.4 ounce. That's why I'm messing with it like this. I just want to see where it says it on the bottle here, that this is a 3.4 ounce. I believe it's a 3.4 ounce, but okay, there it is. Yeah. So it's a 3.4 ounce. I have big hands, so I was just not sure if it was a 1.7, but yeah. So yeah, you know, I think this is very pretty. The bottle is just exquisite. It's just gorgeous. You know, and I always tell you guys, don't let the presentation fool you into making a purchase. But I just had to have this. I really enjoyed it at the store. I liked how it smelled. So I went ahead and got it. Let me smell it again. Yeah, so let's just go over the notes very quickly. I just wanted to go over the notes here just to advise you guys of what's in it. So what I have here is, in this particular one, it's a floral fruity gourmand, and the nose behind it is Damatile, Michaelon Bertier. Not sure, never heard of that perfumer before. And the top notes are peach and vine, the middle notes is orchid, and the base note is vanilla bean. So it doesn't have that many notes in it. It's very light, if you will. That's what my issue was with this one, and I think that's what the issue was with a lot of people who thought this was not a extraordinary fragrance, if you will. It's very light, I must say. It's not a heavy hitter. It's not a heavy hitter. But I think it's pretty. I think it's a good choice for the spring, summer, when things get hot and sticky. I don't want anything too heavy on my skin personally. That's just my choice. Maybe you can wear something heavier during the nighttime. But I really do like this one. I like it. Yeah. I smell the powdery note in here, like that light airy note that Victor and Rolf Flower Bomb has in it. They don't smell similar, but this is just as feminine and just as pretty. So yeah, you guys, if you're ever in Sephora or Macy's and whatnot, definitely check this one out. I have a range of fragrances in my collection. I don't think all fragrances have to be, this sort of heavy hitter and this sort of, a lot of vanilla in it, a lot of tonka. I don't think all fragrances need to be that way. I like light and airy at times. So I couldn't wait to add this one to my collection, and I'm very happy to have it. So yeah, you guys, the bottle is just fantastic. These bottles are just, whoever makes these bottles are just, they're so creative and so artistic. I love this bottle. I think it's gorgeous. So yeah, I'll be doing a review soon of how this fares on my skin, because I just got it, obviously. And yeah, if you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Leave everything in the description bar down below. And it was really nice being with you guys today and doing this unboxing. And I hope to see you soon. Have a nice evening.